Alright, let's get into some sriracha. Oh, so spicy, yeah, you're so spicy. Oh, so spicy, yeah. Oh, theme song. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm back. I'm Lang. Welcome to Honest Sauce and Spicy Stuff Reviews. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Before we get started on this episode, I would like to just remind you that if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you could subscribe, that would be great. And apparently, if the notification bells of things, so if you could hit that up there, that would be great too. So today, we are diving into what I consider like my entry point into this journey of like hot sauce, whatever you want to call it. Obviously I had Tabasco and stuff beforehand, but it really wasn't until I started eating sriracha on a daily basis, basically, that I started like wondering what other kinds of things there were as far as hot sauce. And then I came across some like really awesome Caribbean sauce when I was on vacation one time, and yeah, we'll get into all that. But I wanted to go ahead and do a comparison of different srirachas because we always just see this, and occasionally I see other srirachas and stuff, but I wanted to compare them to what everybody, I'm assuming, considers the original hot sauce, the Huy Fong Foods. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna taste this, and then we're gonna taste some other ones. I have some store-bought hot sauces, and I have some smaller batch hot sauce company hot sauces, and we're gonna taste all of them. But first, we're gonna do the store-bought ones, and let's show you what we got for that. We have Trader Joe's sriracha. If there's a Trader Joe's near you, or if there's like an Aldi's, I think Aldi's carries this kind of thing because they're kind of the same thing, I believe. I went to a pretty big local Asian grocery store, H Mart, and found a Healthy Boy brand, and I'm not really sure that they're talking about the ingredients. Just saying. If you have a Whole Foods by you or Whole Paycheck, they had one of the brands they had was Ninja Squirrel, and I just think the label, it's pretty dope. And then I was getting some Tabasco, and I noticed that they had sriracha as well. So we're going to be trying the Tabasco brand sriracha. And that's it for the store-bought brands. I'll get into the smaller batch brands in the next episode. But right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick with the store-bought brands. So we're going to taste sriracha, and then we'll move through the rest of them. We'll see what we're dealing with, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll start off with sriracha. Sriracha. The classic. Everybody knows it. The ingredients are chili, sugar, salt, garlic, acetic acid, potassium sorbate, sodium bisulfate as preservative, xanthan gum, and contains sulfite, sodium bisulfate. And there's a warning. It's like product may contain chemicals in California Prop 65 list and or unforeseen allergens stated to avoid risk of incorrect information provided. Store in a cool, dry place. So check that out if you want. But this is the classic. Everybody, so this is what we all think of as sriracha. So let's give this a pour. Alright, let's see what we're working with. Comes out smooth, consistent. It's like ketchup. Looks like ketchup, right? Looks like ketchup, and I can smell it already. It's like the aroma's coming off the spoon. Yeah, I mean, it smells like sriracha. It smells like chilies and garlic and salt. Is there ginger in here? Yeah, it's really nice. Just chilies and garlic. It smells good. It just smells good. So here's cheers to the king of sriracha, Huy Fong sriracha sauce. Cheers. What can I say? Except delicious. So I'm gonna, when it comes to grading the original sriracha, dread factor for me is like a 1. Sorry, that's just how it works on this channel. It's a delicious sauce though, so don't get me wrong. So the first impressions with the consistency, the color, the chunk factor, just everything all together, it's very approachable. So there's nothing that's like putting me on alert about it. It's very pleasing. There's nothing off-putting about the sauce. So I'm going to give it an overall 8. I kind of like seeing extra stuff in my sauces, but that's just me. The taste, though, is delicious. The main flavor, the garlic, the chilies, just all of that stuff is awesome. So I'm going to give the flavor an 8.5. The heat out of 1. That's going to really kind of affect the overall rating, but this is in comparison to every other sauce and stuff I'll be tasting, so just keep that in mind. Usability factor, you can use this on every single thing in the world because I know I have. So that's a 10 for that. And is it repeatable? It's super affordable. Everybody knows you can just go to the store and buy this at a relatively reasonable price for a big bottle of it. So it has a 10 for that just alone. So the overall rating for the original Huy Fong sriracha sauce is 6.42. So let's get into the other ones now. Is Healthy Boy brand. All right, Healthy Boy brand. All right. He's a healthy looking boy. And it says it's a chili sauce made of super hot chilies. Is ready to use. Soup sauces, pizzas, pastas, hamburgers, hot dogs, chow mein, or anything to add a delicious spicy taste, which is pretty much true. Here's the ingredients: is chili water, sugars, distilled vinegar, garlic salt thickener, which is modified tapioca starch, and then a MSG, natural color, paprika, acidity regulator, citric acid, preservatives, sodium benzoate, stabilizers, xanthan gum. I like how they put like what they were using it for. But it does have MSG in it, so if you haven't got an MSG issue, I wouldn't recommend it, but you might end up being healthy. Let's pour it and see what we got. It's a little thinner than Tabasco, or the original Huy Fong. It's a little bit more looser. It's a little thinner, I feel like. And I can smell it, and the smell's a little bit different too. So this should be interesting to see what we're working with. So the Healthy Boy, it doesn't have as good of a smell. I'm really not looking forward to this just because alone, it just doesn't... The ingredients alone with all the additives, the MSG and everything just isn't appealing to me, but I'm going to try it. I mean, there's a sweet smell to it. The overall flavor, it looks just like ketchup. So, I don't know. The dread factor for this one is really low. If I'm dreading it at all, it's because of the MSG, so I'm going to put the dread factor at 2. And the first impressions really aren't hitting it for me, so it's getting a 5. And let's give Healthy Boy Sriracha a try. Cheers. I'm not digging it. Super salty. There's some sweetness and some flavor there, but the salt and everything is just too much. And there's this weird underlying bitterness that I don't like. It wasn't balanced and stuff like I want. It's getting a 3 on for taste. The heat, it was really nothing for heat. Usability, I mean, you can use this on a whole meal. It's not going to power you out. It's just, do you want to? So just for that simple fact, I'm going to have to like knock it down from a 10 to a 5. And I will not buy this again. It's getting a 1 for that. Healthy Boy isn't doing so healthy on its score. So we got... So Healthy Boy gets a very unhealthy score of 2.95. Next up, we got Trader Joe's Sriracha. Nothing special, no blurb on here. The ingredients are ground red chili peppers, which are red peppers, Anaheim peppers, salt, and citric acid. Then there's water, sugar, crushed garlic, which has more citric acid to it. Salt contains 2% or less of garlic powder, cultured dextrose, distilled vinegar, salt enhancer. What's that? Which is, I guess, vegetable extract and potato maltodextrin and natural flavor. I don't get it. Citric acid, xanthan gum as a processing aid. I guess that's what they're trying to say. Monrovia, California. Refrigerate after opening. Even after they have all that stuff in there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and pour this and see what it looks like. I can smell it. I just opened it and I can smell it. Sriracha has a really strong odor, I'm figuring out. Whoa. It's thin like the Healthy Boy brand. Looks really similar to it, actually. Let's go ahead and let's smell this up and give it a taste. I mean, it has a similar smell to the Healthy Boy. I feel like the Huy Fong has had a better overall smell. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious about this. Am I dreading it? No, not really. The first impressions, though, are better than Healthy Boy. I will say that. I like the color a little more. It has a little bit more like texture-looking stuff. It doesn't look smooth like ketchup quite as much. So I appreciate that. Yeah, but the smell's pretty similar. I can smell it smells salty and peppery and a little sweetness. Something bitter in the background. I hope it's not bitter. So, Trader Joe's Sriracha. Cheers. So it has that weird bitterness. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it was kind of salty. But there was like a lot of other things going on, and there are a lot of other different flavors from the garlic and chili. What kind of spices in here? I wonder if that's the salt enhancer I'm tasting that kind of tastes like some other kind of weird flavor. But they also have Anaheim peppers in there, and that could have something to do with it. And they added citric acid. So, overall taste, for me, it was about a 5. It wasn't really like blowing me out of the water or anything. The heat, not very hot, just a nice little warmness in my mouth. So that's a 1. Usability, you can use this on everything. you know, so just for that, the sake of that, I will give it like a 10. Actually, since you might not want, I don't know, we'll give it a 10. It's definitely repeatable. It's super affordable. It's at Trader Joe's. I'm sure they have a version of this at an Aldi's too, since they're kind of like sister companies. So the repeatability of it is a 10. So the average for the Trader Joe's on the Honest Sauce rating scale is 5.66. So there you go. Moving on. Ninja Squirrel. All right. This is a Whole Foods sauce, so Ninja Squirrel. It's just cool, right? It's a ninja on a squirrel, man. Made in USA from domestic and imported ingredients. Cholesterol, lactose-free, vegan. Yeah, that. See information for sodium content. What does that mean? Don't they have it on the 60 milligrams per serving? Okay, let's see what they got. Red jalapeno puree, red chili puree, water, cane sugar, garlic puree, organic distilled white vinegar, salt, garlic, habanero pepper powder, and xanthan gum. This is actually the most natural one we've seen so far. Is from Whole Foods. So cheers on that. But let's give a Ninja Squirrel a pour, see how it stacks up to the other ones, and give it a smelly and a tasty. Here we go. Let's pour it. Coming out more like the original Sriracha, I feel like. It's definitely thicker than the last two. And it has a little bit more of a lighter red color, I feel like. It could be just me, but I feel like the red's a little bit different of a color. So, and tasting this bad boy. So again, you know, it's pretty low on the dread factor. Impressions are kind of generalized Sriracha, so it's not going to get any higher than the Trader Joe's. It looks like Sriracha. So let's go ahead, and it doesn't really have much of a smell either, so I'm going to knock it down. First impressions to a 7 for that one. Let's taste it. Cheers. Way more sweeter than the others. Way less salty. A little bit of bitterness in the background. You can definitely taste the chilies and the garlic. It's actually a pretty well balanced taste, to be honest. I prefer this over the Healthy Boy and the Trader Joe's. So for taste, I'm going to give it a 7 because it was pretty good. The heat, again, it's just not hot for me. It's a 1. I would go lower than that if I could, because that's way less hotter than the habanero Tabasco. It's totally usable on everything, of course. And as far as it being repeatable, I think it's actually more repeatable than the last two. And in fact, the Trader Joe's, I'm going to knock its repeatability down to an 8. So that knocks it down to a 5.33 in its rating. And as far as the Whole Foods goes, it gets an even 6.0. So way to go, Trader Joe's. And last up to bat is Tabasco. I have very high hopes for this one. The dread factor is very low, but the first impressions are good. I mean, it's got a Tabasco name and stuff on it, so we're going to put this up there along with the Srirachas at an 8 for the first impressions, especially once I can smell it. I was excited to see they made Sriracha preservative-free, it claims on it. Get things cooking with this spicy, sweet, and savory blend of flavors. Use it on everything from Thai dishes to burgers and fries. We handpicked red peppers and aged them in oak barrels to create our famous pepper sauces. Just like our legendary founder, Edward McElhaney, I hope I said that right, first did in 1868. Just a touch of Tabasco sauce adds a big kick to this sriracha. Try it on all of these. Yeah, you can. And you can use it on so much more. Tabasco.com. Where's the ingredients? Here's the ingredients. We got red jalapeno peppers, water, sugar, salt, garlic, distilled vinegar, xanthan gum, and Tabasco brand pepper sauce, which is distilled vinegar, red peppers, and salt. No preservatives, but there is xanthan gum in there as a stabilizer. But we'll forgive them of that. Let's go ahead and pour this and see what it's like. Jeez, I had some camera troubles there for a minute. I think I got it situated. Let's pour this out and see what we got. This is probably the thinnest yet, I feel like. Or it's one of the thinner ones, definitely. See how it's smoothed out? Yeah, I'll try to get better lighting for the pourings and stuff. Sorry about that lighting, but this is the best I got right now. But it's a little bit, it's a nice red color, but it's super thin. It's a lot thinner than the Whole Foods brand. And yeah, it's around like Healthy Boys Trader Joe brand thickness, I feel like. So let's go ahead and smell and taste this last one, and then we're gonna see who is crowned victorious of the store-bought brand versions. Yeah, it looks like sriracha, man. Oh yeah, that has a really nice, that has more of like the Huy Fong smell of the garlic and the peppers kind of only. Yeah, very, very, smells really, really good, man. So, first impressions are an 8 so far. Let's taste it now. Tabasco Sriracha. Cheers. Wow. It was like everything like boom, 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 boom at you at once. And it was all very pronounced flavors. Like the salt didn't back down, but the vinegar was right there along with the chilies and the garlic. It was all right there. All up front, kind of combating for your attention. That was really, really good. Will this topple the king of the hill for me? I am going to put this at, I'm going to put that at a 9 as far as taste. So that actually, it's ahead now. It's above Huy Fong. The heat, it's sriracha. It didn't blow me away. Again, it's a 1. The usability is a total 10. And it is pretty affordable. I think for this bottle online, it was like $5, $4.99. You know, so that's pretty affordable and stuff, you know. And it's preservative free. So maybe that's why it gets a bump up in points for me. And that puts Tabasco in the lead at 6.5 over regular sriracha, which is at 6.42. So, and that's going to do it for this installment of the Sriracha competition. Make sure you tune in next episode, where we will see how the small batch sauces stack up, and will they be able to topple the current new front runner for me of Tabasco Sriracha. Tune in and find out. All right. And make sure that if you liked the video and made it all the way through, first, I appreciate you. Thank you. Second of all, hit the thumbs up and give me a like. hit the subscribe button. That'd be awesome, and the notification bell wherever it is. If you get it, that'd be great. Also, check out my Patreon page. It's Honest Sauced on Patreon. I'm working on doing some cool stuff there, so hopefully by the time this video comes out, there'll be some more couple extra things at least up there, since this is like basically the second hot sauce review I've released. So there you go. Anything else? Oh, the next coming up episode is, like I said, it's the second edition of this, but then after that, you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Do the same for all those around you, but most of all, try some new hot sauce and spicy food. All right? I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, so spicy, yeah, you're so spicy. Oh, so spicy, yeah. Oh, theme song.